Lisa Harper's body hit the cold metal floor hard. Alien guards' forearms threw her down without care. Her hands were tied behind her back with some kind of energy rope that burned her skin when she moved. She kept her face blank and looked. Down at the floor. The blue-skinned alien with the big teeth looked at her like she was trash. Another broken human, the guard said in his clicking language. This one was hiding in the transport ship when we destroyed it. Probably just a cleaner. Or cook. Lisa did not look up. She had practiced this act many times during her training years ago. Make them think you are weak. Make them think you are nobody important. Let them believe their own lies about humans being stupid and helpless. The alien ship's hallways were dark and smelled like metal and something else she could not name. Other blue-skinned creatures walked past her. Some had 6 arms, some had 4. All of them were taller than humans and had sharp teeth that showed when they talked. Their eyes were yellow and cold. Move human garbage, the guard said. He kicked her in the side with his heavy boot. Lisa fell over and made a small crying sound. Inside, she was counting the doors they passed. She was mapping the ship in her head, but on the outside, she was just a scared prisoner. They dragged her through more hallways. Lisa saw other humans being pushed around by more guards. Some humans were crying. Some looked angry. All of them wore the same dirty clothes and had the same energy ropes around their hands. The guard stopped at a big door, open with a loud noise. Inside was a large room with metal benches and dim lights. About 30 humans sat on the benches, or on the floor. They all looked up when Lisa was thrown inside. Another one for the collection, the guard said. Work starts tomorrow. Anyone who does not work does not eat. The door closed behind him with a bang. Lisa lay on the floor for a moment. She let her breathing slow down. Around her, she could hear other humans talking in quiet voices. Someone came over to help her sit up. Are you hurt? Asked a woman with short black hair. Her voice was kind but tired. I think I am okay, Lisa said. She made her voice sound small and scared. Thank you. The woman helped Lisa to a bench. Am Kate Williams. I was a nurse on the transport ship before they got us. What is your name? Lisa, she said. She did not give her full name. I worked in the engine room, cleaning mostly. Kate nodded. Most of us here were just workers. Some cargo ship crews, some from the transport. The aliens do not seem to care about us much. They just want workers. Lisa looked around the room. The other humans looked tired and scared, but some faces looked familiar. In the back corner, she saw a man with brown hair and green eyes. He was looking right at her. His eyes went wide when he saw her face. It was Jake Morrison. He had been her communications officer on the Liberty's Dawn 2 years ago. Everyone thought she was dead. Everyone thought the whole crew was dead when the ship was captured in the big battle. Jake started to stand up, his mouth open like he was going to say something. Lisa caught his eye and shook her head just a little. She put one finger to her lips when no one else was looking. Jake's face went pale. He sat back down and looked away. The guards will come back in a few hours, Kate said. They give us some food and water. Not much, but enough to keep us alive. Tomorrow they will put us to work fixing things on the ship. The aliens are not very good with human technology, Lisa nodded. She was thinking fast. If this ship had human technology, it might be one of the ships they captured from Earth's fleet. Maybe even her own ship. The thought made her heart beat faster, but she kept her face calm. How long have you been here? Lisa asked. About a week, Kate said. Some of the others have been here longer. The aliens took this ship from your people. A while ago, they have been trying to make it work right ever since. More people came to sit near them. An older man with gray hair introduced himself as Bob Chin. A young woman named Amy Collins said she used to fix engines. Lisa listened to their stories and remembered their names. Some of them might be useful later. The room was cold and the air smelled bad. Lisa pulled her thin jacket closer around her. She was already thinking about what came next. She needed to learn more about the ship. She needed to find out which ship this was. And she needed to do it without anyone knowing who she really was. A few hours later, the door opened again. Different guards came in with bowls of something that looked like gray soup. It did not smell good, but Lisa ate it anyway. She would need her strength. That night, Lisa lay on the hard metal bench and listened to the sounds of the ship. She could hear the engines humming. She could hear footsteps in the hallways. She could hear other humans crying or talking quietly. But there was something else. Something in the way the ship moved and the sound the engines made. It was familiar. Very familiar. Lisa closed her eyes and tried to remember. 2 years ago, she had been the captain of the Earth Defense Fleet ship Liberty's Dawn. It was a big ship with powerful weapons. In the battle at Proxima Station, her ship had been surrounded and captured. She had been thrown into an escape pod just before the ship was taken. Everyone thought she was dead. Even her own crew thought she was dead. But now, lying on this cold bench, she was starting to think she knew exactly which ship she was on. And if she was right, then these aliens had made a very big mistake. Tomorrow, she would find out for sure. Tomorrow, she would start to take back what was hers. 3 days passed slowly in the metal prison room. Lisa kept playing her part as a scared worker. She ate the bad food and stayed quiet when the guards came. But she was always watching and listening. On the 4th morning, a different guard came to the door. This one had scars on his blue face and only 5 arms instead of 6. You, and you, he said, pointing at Lisa and 2 other humans. Come work time. Lisa stood up with the others. Her legs were stiff from sleeping on the hard bench. Guard put new energy ropes on their hands. These ones were longer so they could move their arms a little. They were taken through different hallways than before. Lisa tried to remember every turn and every door. The ship was big, much bigger than a normal alien ship. It had to be a captured human ship. The guard stopped at a door marked with strange alien writing. Inside was a room full of pipes and machines. The air was warm and smelled like oil. Clean this mess, the guard said. Fix what is broken. Do not touch the big machines or you will die. He left them alone. Lisa looked around the room. She knew this place. Her heart started beating fast. This was the engine room of the Liberty's Dawn. Her ship. She was sure of it now. I used to work on engines, said Amy Collins quietly. She was one of the other prisoners. This looks like human work, but someone else has been trying to fix it. Yes, said the 3rd prisoner, an older man named Paul Martinez. Look at those wires. Someone cut them and put them back wrong. Lisa moved closer to look. The aliens had tried to connect their technology to the human systems, but they had done it badly. Wires were in the wrong places. Parts were missing. It was like watching someone try to fix a watch with a hammer. She knelt down to clean near a small control panel. When Amy and Paul were not looking, she touched one of the human-made buttons. Nothing happened. She tried another one. Still nothing. But when she touched the 3rd button and whispered "System check" in English, something wonderful happened. A tiny blue light blinked on the panel for just a second. Lisa's heart jumped. The ship's computer was still alive. Hidden, but alive. She looked around to make sure the others had not seen. Then she leaned closer to the panel and whispered very quietly, "Status report." The little blue light blinked 3 times. Then a voice came from a tiny speaker, so quiet she could barely hear it. Voice pattern recognized. "Welcome back, Commander." Harper Lisa almost fell over. It was Dawn, the ship's computer. She had programmed Dawn herself years ago with special voice codes that only she knew. The aliens had never found the hidden systems. "Dawn," she whispered. "Yes, Commander. I have been waiting for you." Now. The aliens believe they control this ship, but they only control the basic systems. I have been hiding in the deep programs. Lisa pretended to keep cleaning while she talked. "How long have you been hiding?" 2 years, 4 months, 16 days since the ship was captured. I saw your escape pod launch. Hoped you were alive. What is the ship's status? The aliens call? It's Sovereign's Wrath now. They have 847 alien crew members. There are 67 human prisoners. Many of the prisoners are from your original crew. Lisa's hands shook a little. Her crew was alive. Jake Morrison was not the only one. Can you help us? Yes, Commander. I can control systems the aliens do not know about. I can open doors they Think are locked? I can make their machines work badly. But I need you to tell me what to do. Stay hidden for now, Lisa said. I need time to make a plan. Understood, Commander. The blue light went out. Lisa went back to cleaning like nothing had happened for the rest of the day. She worked with Amy and Paul. They fixed pipes and cleaned machines. The aliens had made such a mess of the engine room that there was a lot to do. But while she worked, Lisa was thinking. Dawn was alive and hidden. Many of her crew were alive and on the ship. The aliens thought they were in control, but they were not. They were sitting on a human ship with a human computer that was waiting for orders. When the guard came back, he looked at their work and grunted. Better, he said. You come back tomorrow.
Wow.
They were taken back to the prison room. Lisa sat on her bench and ate the gray soup, but now she was excited. She had hope. That night, when most of the other prisoners were asleep, Jake Morrison came over to her bench. I know who you are, he whispered. Commander Lisa Harper. I served on your ship. Quiet, Lisa said. Not so loud. I thought you were dead. We all did. When your escape pod launched, we never heard from you again. I survived. I have been planning to get back here. Jake's eyes were wide. This is the Liberty's Dawn, is not it? Our ship, yes. And Dawn is still alive. Hidden, but alive. Jake sat down hard on the bench. The computer? How is that possible? I built secret systems into Dawn before we ever launched. Systems the aliens never found. Dawn has been waiting for me. What do we do now? Lisa looked. Around the dark room, their people were sleeping, but some were still awake and talking quietly. We plan, we organize, we take back our ship. There are almost 850 aliens on this ship. There are only 67 of us. Numbers do not matter if you have the right plan. And we have something they do not know about. We have Dawn. Jake smiled for the first time since Lisa had seen him. What do you need me to do? Find out who else from our crew is here. Do it carefully. Do not let anyone else know who I am yet. When I am ready, I will need people I can trust. I can do that. Good. Tomorrow, I go back to work in the engine room. I'll talk to Dawn again. We will make a plan. Jake went back to his bench. Lisa lay down and closed her eyes. For the first time in 3 days, she felt like herself again. Not a scared prisoner, but a ship's commander. The aliens thought they had captured a ship and some human workers. They had no idea they had brought their greatest enemy right into the heart of their own vessel. Tomorrow, the real work would begin. The next morning came too early. Lisa woke up when the lights turned on with a harsh buzz. Her back hurt from sleeping on the metal bench, but she felt more awake than she had in days. The same scared guard came to get workers. This time he picked Lisa, Amy, Paul, and 3 other people. One of them was Jake Morrison. Lisa was happy about that, but did not show it on her face. They were taken to different parts of the ship. Lisa and Amy went to the engine room again. Jake and Paul went to fix lights in the hallways. The other 2 people went somewhere else. In the engine room, Lisa waited until Amy was busy with some pipes on the other side. Then she went to the small control panel and touched the hidden button. Dawn, are you there? The tiny blue light came on. Yes, Commander. I have been learning about the alien systems while you were gone. What did you find? The aliens are having many problems with this ship. They cannot make the weapons work at full power. The shields keep failing. They do not understand human technology. Good, that gives us an advantage. Dawn, I need you to do something for me. What do you need? Can you make small problems? Nothing big. It's just little things that will make the aliens send more human workers to different parts of the ship. Yes, I can do that. I can make lights fail, doors stick, air systems make noise. The aliens will think the ship is just old and broken. Perfect. But be careful. Do not make it look like someone is controlling it. I understand, Commander. Lisa went back to cleaning. About an hour later, Amy called to her. Lisa, look at this. This pipe connection is loose. It should not be, but it is. Lisa came over to help. The pipe was easy to fix, but it had been working fine yesterday. Dawn was already starting to help. All day, small things went wrong around the ship. Lisa could hear the aliens getting angry in the hallways. Their clicking language got louder and faster when they were upset. That evening, when they were back in the prison room, Jake came to sit near Lisa. He brought Paul Martinez with him. "Paul, I want you to meet someone," Jake said quietly. "Is Lisa? She used to work on our ship." Paul looked at Lisa carefully. He was older, maybe 50 years old, with gray hair and smart eyes. "You look familiar. Have we met before?" "Maybe," Lisa said. "I worked in many places on the ship." Paul stared at her for a long moment. Then his eyes went wide. "Commander Harper?" he whispered. Lisa put her finger to her lips. "Quiet, but you are dead. Your escape pod was destroyed." "The escape pod was destroyed, but I was not in it when it happened. I survived." Paul sat down hard on the bench. "I cannot believe it. Our commander is alive." "Who else from our crew is here?" Lisa asked. Jake looked around the room. Paul here was our Marine sergeant. Amy Collins was an engineer. There was also Dr. Betty Kim. She was our medical officer. And Tony Rodriguez. He worked on computers. "Anyone else? Maybe a few more, but I'm not sure. Some people look familiar, but I do not want to ask in case I am wrong." Lisa nodded. "That is smart. We need to be very careful." Over the next few days, Dawn made more small problems around the ship. A door would not open here. A light would flicker there. The air system made strange noises in one section. The aliens got more and more frustrated. They started sending human workers everywhere to fix things. This was exactly what Lisa wanted. Jake was sent to work on the main computer room. Amy was sent to the shield control area. Wall was sent to the weapons section. Other people were sent to different places. Each time someone came back from work, Lisa talked to them quietly. She learned about the ship's layout. She learned where the aliens kept their weapons. She learned about the guard schedules. Most importantly, she learned that Jake had been right. There were more crew members from the Liberty's Dawn. Dr. Kim was here. Tony Rodriguez was here. A few others were here too. On the 5th day, Lisa had a private talk with Dawn while she was working. "Dawn, I need to know something important. What is this ship's mission?" "The aliens are taking this ship to meet a large fleet. They plan to attack Earth's solar system." Lisa felt cold. "When in 3 days, the meeting point is near Jupiter." 3 days, Lisa's mind raced. If the alien fleet attacked Earth, millions of people would die. Her home planet would be destroyed. "Dawn, how many ships are in this fleet?" "Based on the communications I have intercepted, there are over 200. Alien warships waiting. 200 ships. Earth's defense fleet only had about 50 ships, and most of them were smaller than the Liberty's Dawn. We have to stop them, Lisa said. How, Commander? We are just prisoners on one ship. We are not just prisoners. We're the crew of the Liberty's Dawn, and this ship has weapons that can hurt the alien fleet if we use them right. That night, Lisa called a secret meeting. She gathered Jake, Paul, Amy, Dr. Kim, and Tony Rodriguez near the back of the prison room. She made sure no one else could hear them. I'm going to tell you something that might sound crazy, she said, but I need you to trust me. They all leaned in close. This ship we are on used to be called the Liberty's Dawn. It was our ship. The ship's computer, Dawn, is still alive and working. The aliens never found the hidden systems. Tony's mouth fell open. The AI is still active. Yes. And Dawn has been helping me learn about the ship and the aliens. But there is bad news. In 3 days, this ship will meet a huge alien fleet. They plan to attack Earth. Dr. Kim put her hand over her mouth. How many ships? Over 200? Paul shook his head. Earth's fleet cannot fight that many ships. Not unless we help them, Lisa said. We are going to take back our ship. Are going to turn it into a weapon against the alien fleet. How? Amy asked. There are almost 900 aliens on this ship. There are only about 20 of us from the original crew. Numbers do not matter if you have the right plan. Dawn can control systems the aliens do not know about. We can lock them in their rooms. We can shut down their weapons. Can turn their own ship against them. Jake smiled. What do you need us to do? First, we need to get more people ready. Find the other crew members, but be careful. Second, we need to learn more about the ship's current setup. Third, we need to wait for the right moment. When will that be? Paul asked. Lisa looked at each of them. Tomorrow night. When the aliens are sleeping, we take back our ship. They all stared at her. Then one by one they nodded. It is good to have you back, Commander, Paul said. For the first time in days, Lisa smiled. It is good to be back. The next day felt different. Lisa could see it in the eyes of her crew members. They walked straighter, looked more alert. They were ready. But first, Lisa needed to get to the bridge. She needed to see the command center of her old ship. She needed to input her command codes where they would do the most good. During the morning work assignments, Lisa did something she had never done before. She made a mistake on purpose. While working in the engine room, she pulled the wrong wire. Sparks flew from a control panel. Smoke filled the air. An alarm started making loud noises. What did you do? Amy shouted, playing her part perfectly. I do not know, Lisa said, acting scared. It just started smoking. Guards came running. The one with the scars on his face looked very angry. Stupid human, he shouted. You broke important systems. I'm sorry, I did not mean to. The guard grabbed Lisa with two of his arms and dragged her out of the engine room. You will fix this. You will go to the bridge and tell the war commander what you did. This was exactly what Lisa wanted. She let the guard drag her through the hallways. Other aliens stared at her as they passed. Some made angry clicking sounds. The bridge of the Liberty's Dawn looked very different now. The aliens had put their own chairs and control panels everywhere. The beautiful human displays had been covered with ugly alien screens. But underneath, Lisa could see her old ship. War Commander Thixmola sat in the captain's chair. He was bigger than the other aliens, with 6 arms and deep scars across his blue face. His yellow eyes looked at Lisa like she was an insect. This human broke the engine controls, the guard said. She must fix it. Thixmola stood up. He was very tall, maybe 8 feet. Human, you will repair what you damaged. If you cannot, you will be thrown out of the ship. Lisa kept her head down. Yes, sir. I need to check the main computer to see what is wrong. Fine, but you will be watched. Thixmola pointed to a control panel near the captain's chair. It was one of the original human stations, but it had alien technology stuck all over it. Lisa walked over to the panel. Her heart was beating fast, but she kept her hand steady. 2 alien guards watched her carefully. She touched the human controls underneath the alien additions. The screen flickered and showed some basic information. Lisa pretended to study it while she slowly reached for a hidden panel she had installed. Years ago, when her fingers found the right spot, she pressed a sequence of buttons that only she knew. Then she spoke quietly, but not so quietly that the aliens would be suspicious. Computer, this is maintenance worker Lisa requesting system diagnostic. Nothing happened for a moment. Then the screen flickered again. Suddenly, all the displays on the bridge changed. The alien screens went dark. The original human displays came to life with bright colors and clear text. And right in the center of the main screen, Lisa's service record appeared. Her name, her rank, her picture, and her list of victories against the Zephyrian fleet. War Commander Thixmola stared at the screen. His yellow eyes went wide. The other aliens on the bridge stopped what they were doing and looked. Commander. Lisa Harper, Thixmola read slowly. Captain of the Earth Defense Fleet Ship Liberty's Dawn. Responsible for the destruction of the 7th, 9th, and 12th Zephyrian battle groups. He looked at Lisa. She was no longer looking down. She stood straight and looked right back at him. You, he said. You are the ghost of Proxima. You are supposed to be dead. I got better, Lisa said. Thixmola reached for his weapon, but Lisa was already moving. She spoke loudly and clearly. Computer, this is Commander Lisa Harper. Authorization code Harper Alpha 77 Omega. Execute protocol Lazarus. The lights on the bridge changed from alien blue to human white. Dawn's voice filled the room, speaking from every speaker. Command. Authority transferred. Welcome home, Commander Harper. All human crew members, this is your ship. Take her back. All around the ship, things started happening at once. Doors slammed shut, trapping alien crew members in their rooms. Other doors opened, freeing human prisoners. The ship's defense systems came online, shooting stun beams at aliens in the hallways. On the bridge, the alien guards tried to grab Lisa, but she was ready for them. Years of combat training kicked in. She ducked under the first guard's arms and kicked him in the knee. He fell down hard. The second guard swung at her with a metal club, but Lisa rolled away. The club hit the control panel instead, making sparks fly. All human crew members report to battle stations, Dawn announced. This is not a drill. Throughout the ship, Lisa's crew members were moving. Jake Morrison ran to the communications room. Amy Collins headed for the engine room. Paul Martinez and his Marines took control of the weapons bay. Dr. Kim secured the medical area. The aliens tried to fight back, but they were confused and separated. They had never learned the ship's layout as well as the humans. They did not know about the secret passages and hidden doors. On the bridge, more humans arrived. Tony Rodriguez came running in with 2 other crew members. They quickly moved to the control stations they had worked at years. War Commander Vex Mola was shouting orders in his clicking language, but his communication systems were not working. Don had cut off his ability to talk to his crew. "Cannot do this," he shouted at Lisa. "There are too few of you. My crew will retake this ship." Lisa walked over to the captain's chair. She had dreamed of sitting in it again for 2 years. "Your crew is locked in their rooms," she said. "Your weapons are offline. Your communications are down, and your ship is no longer yours." She sat down in her chair and put her hands on the familiar controls. "Dawn, status report. All key systems are under human control, Commander. We have secured 847 alien crew members. No human casualties. The ship is yours." Dexmola stared at her. "How did you plan this?" Lisa smiled. "We did not capture your ship, War Commander. You captured our ship. But we built our ships to be loyal to us. We built them to recognize us. We built them to come home." She turned to Tony Rodriguez. "Tony, get me a communication link to Earth Defense Command. Tell them Commander Harper is alive and has retaken the Liberty's Dawn." "Yes, Commander." She turned to Jake Morrison. "Jake, find out everything you can about that alien fleet we are supposed to meet." "Already on it, Commander." "War Commander." Dexmola slumped in his chair. "The fleet will destroy you when they learn what you have done." Lisa looked at him. "No, War Commander. We are going to destroy them." For the first time in 2 years, Lisa Harper was back where she belonged. She was on the bridge of her ship, with her crew around her, ready to fight for Earth. The aliens had made a terrible mistake. They thought they had captured a human ship, but they had really just borrowed it. Now it was time to give it back to its rightful owners, and time to show the alien fleet what happened when you underestimated humans. Lisa sat in her captain's chair and looked at the main screen. Dawn was showing her the location of the alien fleet. 200 warships waiting near Jupiter. "Expected the Liberty's Dawn to join them in 2 hours, Commander," Jake said, from his communication station. "I have been listening to the alien fleet's radio signals. They're calling us every 10 minutes asking for updates." "What are you telling them?" War Commander Dexmola usually answers. "I have been using his voice codes to tell them everything is normal." Lisa nodded. "Good work. How long before they get suspicious?" "Maybe 1 hour, maybe less." Tony Rodriguez looked up from his computer station. "Commander, I've been studying the alien fleet formation. They are spread out in a defensive pattern. But if we approach from the right angle, we can get close to their command ship before they realize we are hostile." "Show me." The main screen changed to show a map of the alien fleet. Tony pointed to the center where the largest ship waited. "That is Admiral Zektha's flagship. If we can disable it, the rest of the fleet will have trouble coordinating their attack on Earth." Lisa studied the formation. "What about our weapons? Are they working?" Amy's voice came over the communication system from the engine room. "Commander, I have been checking all systems. The aliens never learned how to use our best weapons. They have been using less than half of our firepower. Can you bring us to full power?" "Already working on it. Give me 20 minutes. Paul Martinez came onto the bridge with 3 other Marines. "Commander, All alien crew members are secured. Dr. Kim is checking them for injuries. So far, everyone is alive but stunned. Good, I want prisoners, not bodies. We are not like them. Lisa stood up and walked to the front of the bridge. Through the main window, she could see stars and the distant glow of Jupiter. Dawn, can you access the alien communication network? Yes, Commander. I have been learning their codes for days. I can send false messages and intercept their real ones. Perfect. Here's what we are going to do. Lisa turned to face her crew. They all looked at her with trust and excitement. We are going to fly into the middle of that fleet. We are going to pretend we are still under alien control. And when we get close enough to their command ship, we are going to hit them with everything we have. Commander, Dr. Kim's voice came over the speaker. The alien prisoners are all awake now. Or Commander Thexmola is asking to speak with. You bring him to the bridge. A few minutes later, Paul and another Marine brought the Smola onto the bridge. The alien's hands were tied behind his back, but his yellow eyes still looked angry. You cannot attack the fleet, he said. There are too many ships. You will be destroyed, maybe, Lisa said. But we are going to try anyway. Why? You could escape. You could run away and live. Lisa looked at him, because that fleet is going to attack Earth. My home. My people. And I will not let that happen. Ship against 200. You are insane. No, Lisa said. We are human. She turned to Jake. Send a message to Earth Defense Command. Tell them about the alien fleet's location. Tell them we are going to attack in 1 hour. If any Earth ships can help us, we will be glad to see them. Yes, Commander. Amy, how are the weapons? Full power in 10 minutes, Commander. Tony plot. A course to the alien fleet to make it look like a normal approach. Of course, plotted and ready. Lisa sat back down in her captain's chair. Dawn, take us to the alien fleet and prepare for battle. The Liberty's Dawn began to move toward Jupiter. Lisa watched the stars change position on the screen. She felt the familiar vibration of her. Ship's engine set full power, Commander Jake said. The alien fleet is hailing us. Put them on screen. The main display showed the face of another alien, this one with gold markings on his blue skin. His voice was deep and commanding. War Commander Thexmola, report your status. Lisa looked at Thexmola. Tell him everything is normal. I will not help you. Then we will tell him ourselves. Lisa nodded to Dawn. The computer changed Lisa's voice to sound like Thexmola. Admiral Zekther, all systems are normal. Human prisoners are secured. We are approaching the fleet now. Good, prepare to take your position in the formation. Attack Earth in 6 hours. The communication ended. 6 hours, Lisa said quietly. Dawn, how fast can we get there? At current speed, we will reach the fleet in 45 minutes. Amy, how are those weapons? Our weapons are at full power, Commander. All missile tubes are loaded. Energy cannons are charged. Tony, any word from Earth Defense? Yes, Commander. Admiral Brown says the fleet will try to reach us, but they are 5 hours away. We'll be on our own for the first part of the battle. Lisa nodded. She had expected that. As they got closer to the alien fleet, Lisa could see individual ships on the screen. They were huge and dark, with sharp edges and strange designs. Some of them were bigger than the Liberty's Dawn. 40 ships ahead of us, Tony reported. 60 ships to our left. 50 ships to our right. 50 ships behind the command ship. Dawn, can you identify the command ship's weaknesses? Yes, Commander. The command ship has heavy armor, but its communication array is on the outside. If we can destroy that, the fleet will lose coordination. Perfect. Here is the plan. We fly straight toward the command ship. When we get within weapons range, we fire everything at their communication array. Then we turn and run as fast as we can while the fleet tries to figure out what happened. Commander Paul said. What if they destroy us? Lisa smiled. Yes. Then Earth Defense will know exactly where the alien fleet is and what they are planning. Either way, Earth wins. 10 minutes to weapons range, Tony announced. Lisa stood up. All crew members prepare for battle. This is what we trained for. She could hear her crew moving around the ship, getting ready.
Ow!
These were good people, brave people. She was proud to serve with them. 5 minutes to weapons range. The alien fleet was huge on the screen now. Lisa could see weapons on the ships. She could see aliens moving around on the outside decks. 2 minutes to weapons range. Lisa sat down and put her hands on the weapons controls. 1 minute to weapons range. The command ship was right in front of him now. It was massive, maybe 3 times the size of the Liberty's Dawn. Weapons range. Lisa smiled. Fire everything. The Liberty's Dawn lit up the darkness with weapons fire. Missiles streaked toward the alien command ship. Energy beams cut through space. The ship's communication array exploded in a shower of sparks and metal. All around them, alien ships began to turn toward them. But they were confused and slow too. React. Dawn, get us out of here. The Liberty's Dawn spun around and flew away from the fleet as fast as it could go. Behind them, alien weapons began to fire, but most of the shots missed. Commander, Jake shouted. I am getting a message from Earth Defense. Admiral Brown says the fleet is 1 hour away. Tell him we will try to keep the aliens busy until then. Lisa looked back at the alien fleet on the screen. They were following the Liberty's Dawn, but they were not organized anymore. Without their command ship's communications, they could not coordinate their attack. 1 ship against 200? She said to herself, but we did it. The Liberty's Dawn flew toward Earth, leading the alien fleet into a trap. Behind them, Admiral Brown's ships were racing to help. War Commander Thexmola stared at Lisa. How did you know this would work? Lisa looked at him. Because we built our ships to fight. We built them to protect our home, and we built them to never give up. Through the bridge windows, Lisa could see Earth in the distance, blue and white, and beautiful. Welcome home, Liberty's Dawn, she whispered. Welcome home.